Rutherford Issues with Brian Barrett on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna. Listen and watch at WGNSradio.com.
Rutherford Issues on WGNS is powered by Middle Tennessee Electric. A reminder about the 25th Annual Earth Day celebration this Saturday, this weekend. Don't want to miss it, 10 to 2. It's on the square in Uptown Murfreesboro. Be sure to check out the Energy Hub trailer with interactive energy efficiency displays. I know you're going for the free gourmet grilled cheese. I get it. But there are also other great family fun things going on at Earth Day this weekend on the square. Looks like it's going to be should be nice weather this weekend and maybe a little bit cooler, but that's okay. James Price of the Better Business Bureau joins us here this morning. And I don't know about you, but the April and May schedule is jam-packed full of things. I'm sure you're busy too.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there was 2 huge events just last night. And so, things are just, there's not a lack of things to do here in Middle Tennessee.
Yeah. One of those is the Big Blue Bash, which is coming up.
Oh, absolutely. The Big Blue Bash is going to be held at Titan Stadium on April 21st. It's a morning event. It starts at 10 a.m. It's a networking event, and what will happen at this event is BBB will award our Torch Award and Spark Award winners for this past year. I don't even know who they are yet.
Ah.
They keep it a secret from me.
Well, I would. So. You'll spill the beans.
It's going to be at Titan Stadium. It's going to be a really huge event. Like I said, networking along the way. It's a lunch thing, and businesses can still get table sponsors. They can email me at jprice@gobbb.org, and of course, you can always find that on WGNS along the way. I just kind of give you a little heads up about it. Danielle Breezy will be our mistress of ceremonies, with Dale Smith Thomas as a keynote speaker. She's a performance coach that will have a great message for businesses and business owners along the way. So we look forward to that on April 21st. If you want tickets or any more information, just email me and jprice@gobbb.org, and we will do that.
Okay. And hopefully we always like to pull for those Rutherford County businesses, And
yes. In fact, we have had a lot of Torch Award winners from Middle Tennessee over the last few years, and very proud of the businesses. I'm not going to sit here and try and list them all because I'd forget somebody, and I don't want to do that.
Right.
But we have had quite a few, even that went on to the national or international level for Torch Awards. So really proud of the business community around here and the way it works.
Absolutely. Good stuff. Well, there's a lot of work that the Better Business Bureau does with local businesses and accreditation and things of that nature. But the consumer side always keeps us informed on things that are going on, whether it be scams or, just great consumer information like thinking twice before buying off of those social media ads, which seems so tempting because those ads are so convincing, but we've got to be careful.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're going to talk about that. But, before we get into that, I want to kind of mention something that has been going around here lately. And I don't know if you've got any of these, but it's a text message or an email that will come to you from AT&T and DirecTV. And what they're doing is they're sending a notice out that says, hey, your discount is expiring. You're going to lose 50% of your discount if you don't contact us. So I got the email, and of course I call them from my BBB office because I don't want to give them my personal phone. And if they're not alerted enough to see that it's coming from the Better Business Bureau, they're crazy enough as it is. But
yeah.
Anyway, so when I called the number, and this is why I will respond to these, because I want to figure out what these people are doing, how they're scamming, and be able to tell our whole listening audience, what I found out. And so this email that came in looks legit. DirecTV, AT&T, call for your discount. I don't have AT&T or DirecTV.
Red flag. Yeah.
Yeah. So I call anyway, and I get on the line. And the first time I called, they said, well, what's your account number? I said, I don't even have DirecTV or AT&T. Immediately they hung up. Immediately they hung up. So I said, okay, well, that's 2 red flags up. I'm going to call back again. And again, I call back, and I got into a sentence or two, and again, they hung up on me. And so I can tell you, if it was really AT&T or DirecTV and it was legitimate, they wouldn't have hung up on you.
Right.
So, just kind of watch out there. You would think that, there's great deals coming in, and, hey, I can save you money on your DirecTV or your AT&T. I know I had gotten one of these last year where they had called up and they said, hey, you're paying too much for your cable service, and we can get you a discount. I said, okay, well, who's my provider? Well, tell us who it is. Well, if you think I'm getting charged more than I should, you should already know who I'm using.
True. Yeah.
And so that just went round and round. And of course, that turns into a scam. But, the scammers, what you got to think about is they just want you to think that they're legit and real. And once they get you to think that they're legit and real, well, then what they do is they can just kind of reel you in, and they get that personal information from you. So be alert of anything that comes out, especially things that come in that's unsolicited and things like that, where they're saying, hey, I can get you a discount on this provider, and you don't even have that provider. Something's wrong there.
Yeah, same thing. A similar thing happened to me, and I know I've shared this story about that happened with Verizon. At first, I got this call about Verizon, and then they said, "Well," I said, "This doesn't seem legitimate." Well, let me send an email to your account. Well, then they sent an email to my account, and it certainly looked real, and it had the Verizon logo and everything that any other piece of information that I've gotten from Verizon has, except the email address was a little bit different. And, but it turned out to be, this was a pretty sophisticated group here that were just out to get information. And the reason they kind of got me was, well, there's been some activity on your account, and someone in Texas has tried to buy 3 cell phones and an iPad on your account. So they were getting me with someone is trying to scam you. And it was a scam.
Scammers are trying to alert you that there's somebody trying to scam. That's really good.
Yeah. This went on for about an hour before I just said, I know this is wrong. Why do you do this? Is there not some legitimate job that you could do? You're pretty good at sales. Have you ever thought about getting a real job? And then I got cussed out and they hung up. So,
Right. Yeah. So, we just want to warn everybody. I hate when somebody calls me and they've been scammed and there's nothing I can do to, you've been taken, so be smart up front.
I kind of heard this thing the other day too about we honestly probably don't know about how many scams or how many people are scammed because of the embarrassment that you got scammed and the underreporting of scams. That the thought is that it's really high, the number of people who get scammed being underreported because you're just embarrassed that it happened.
Right. And go to Scam Tracker, go to BBB.org and go to Scam Tracker, and you can report a scam and stay somewhat anonymous, so that, you don't have to be embarrassed by whatever, but alert everybody else to what's going on.
Yeah.
So we did all that. And we were going to talk about social media ads today and how this scam works, but we just kind of got off on this rabbit hole,
I know.
which I never do. Right.
I like rabbit holes though; those are fun.
But social media advertises is an effective way for small businesses to get the word about their products. Unfortunately, the same goes for scams. And so BBB has a scam tracker, and we receive thousands of complaints about misleading Facebook, Instagram ads. In fact, there's a scam tracker report that you can find on bbb.org that kind of outlines that, what were the most scams for the past year. And so we just want to hit some highlights on this today because we took most of our time here, I think, talking about the other scams that were going on. But look out for these common scams: products that claim to support charity. As you go through your Facebook or Instagram feed, you can see a lot of ads from a business selling adorable jewelry, t-shirts, other merchandise, and all these proceeds will go to charity and foster children and worthy causes and all kinds of stuff. So there are a lot of charity scams out there, and one place you can go is which is an arm of BBB. It's called give.org. And on give.org, you can actually look up charities on there that BBB has actually looked into and validated that they're real charities. And then, of course, as long as you're there, you can get the information on how to really get a hold of the charity. So that way, if somebody's trying to scam you and think you're a charity, don't use the link that they give you.
Right.
Go online and get the link for the charity that you want to give to. And if you are a charity out there, you should look into give.org and see if your charity is listed. And if it's not, get a hold of BBB and get your charity listed. So when people go to look for trusted charities, that they can find you on there. Just real quick, other things to kind of look out: free trial offers. Those are a lot of times those can be misleading advertising. They'll tout celebrity endorsements, promise of a child the hottest new skincare, nutrition, minimum investment fees. I mean, all kinds of stuff that they're going to add. But you got to be careful on those, especially on the free trial offers where they want you to put in a credit card, because that free trial offer automatically starts sending you and billing you for whatever it is that the site you're on, even though they're saying it's a free trial and you have 14 days to cancel or whatever. Because I've seen many instances before where people sign up for a free trial. The free trial said that before you even get the free trial, they've already billed you for the next order. And so you just got to kind of be watching for that. Watch out for counterfeit merchandise. It's an easy way for scammers to get in there. Engaging ads and poor customer service. On this particular thing, BBB talks about how to look at those complaints, how to spot and identify fake websites. Before buying, do a quick search online for Google the website. Look for use words like complaints or reviews or scam to see what people are talking about along the way. Remember, we've talked about time and time again, is if you're going to go and try to buy something from a business online, before you buy, try to contact their customer service department. If you can't get customer service before the sale, you're not going to reach them afterwards. And then apps of unknown origin. While scrolling through your feed, you may feel compelled to download the latest free app. But you got to watch out for those. Downloading those apps not only open your device to those unknown entities and scams that can get into your phone or your computer, but people can be charged money, as high as like $99 every 7 days. And there's more you can learn about that. So watch, if you got an app and you're not really using it, I would think it probably doesn't need to be on your phone in the first place.
Probably not.
And if it is an app that you think you want to use, do your research before downloading it. The other things you can do besides that: do your research, search for previous complaints, and just use good judgment. Many con artists play on consumers' desire to help those in need, trying to make some money really quick. Remember that those that use your head, not just your heart, when supporting charities, and use your head, not trying to get ahead and make money. When you see an ad that promises you big returns and that kind of thing. Same way with merchandise. If the merchandise that they put out there is looks like a really fantastic deal, you can get an authentic NFL jersey, the kind of you go to the stadium and get for hundreds of dollars. We have them here for $29.99.
Big savings.
Yes. So you got to watch for that. And good possibility is that even if they do run you may not get anything, or when you do get it, you're getting some really shoddy merchandise along the way. So for more information, visit bbb.org, look at smart shopping online tips, share your experiences with bbb.org on Scam Tracker, or just go there and look at some of the scams, and you'll kind of get an idea of how many people are actually involved in that.
James, as always, it's fun catching up with you, and we'll have to do it again soon, like in a couple of weeks.
There you go.
All right.
Thanks,
Appreciate
Ryan.
it. Thank you. That is James Price of the Better Business Bureau joining today here on the show. And hey, if you missed part of the program, check the podcast. It'll be up shortly at WGNSradio.com. Under podcasts, look for Rutherford Issues. All right, friends. Have a good day out there. We'll see you next time. Until then, take care out there.